On the map, now I'm chunking in the mind. Pretty Collins on the slap, Bill and Rush on the mic. Face painted red, you're a funky revolutionary. Drinking down phones with real flows. Those you wanna do a head shirt. Face and red pill, like I'm not getting head pill. The man wants a snake, cause we hit it too hard. Make it Collins on form in his own backyard. Shut us now, but they're making us louder. That's how you know it's the funky power. Tiny thumbs, tiny thumbs, tiny, tiny, tiny thumbs. That's how you know it's the funky, funky power.
I'm pretty cocky, are you sure you're ready? I'm pretty cocky, are you sure you're ready? I'm pretty cocky, are you sure you're ready? Cause if you're not, it's you I have to bury. When you step into the spotlight, better be ready to put up a fight. Cause it's here that you will shine. Better be ready for the spotlight. Spotlight. Spotlight.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. Thank you so much for being here today. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you are well. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend so far, and I hope the weather is better by you than it has been here by me. Although I guess I really shouldn't say that, though, because it hasn't been too bad. It's been rainy, but the weather's been kind of mild. It's been in the 50s to 60s most of the week. We've had some rain, nothing too severe, but I am hearing of a lot of flooding, especially down in the southern portion of the state. I don't think the girls are impacted by it too much. Tony is in the Charleston area, so she does have a little bit of flooding, but Taylor is in the Peoria area, and she's doing okay. So not too bad, but if you are suffering from some flooding or other things like that, I truly am sorry for that, and if there's anything that I can do to help, please let me know, and I will try and do what I can. But otherwise, good morning, everyone, and happy Sunday morning to you. As you know, we had breakfast with our kids this morning. That's why we're running a half an hour late today. So thank you so much for your patience with that. Everyone is well. Everyone's doing great. They're enjoying where they're at and getting ready for some exciting things coming up here in the future. No weddings or anything like that. Just, graduations and new jobs and things like that. So it was really great to get to catch up with all of them. So if they're watching this morning, good morning to all of them. I don't think any of them are, but that's okay. I know Lucas is on location. He is actually visiting Tony this weekend, so I'm not sure if he will be joining us in chat or not, and that's okay. Things like that family is always more important than our channel here, so it's not a big deal. I know we have quite a few people in chat, and I will hop into there in just a minute, but today we're going to be working on our Resilient project. You guys know that we've been working on this one for quite some time, and that's because these blocks are really taking a little bit of time to put together. I have done quite a bit of work off camera, so I think that I've gotten things kind of sped up a little bit further ahead. We have 3 blocks left to make, and I'm kind of hoping that we're going to get all 3 of them done today. It could be wishful thinking. We'll have to wait and see, but that's what we're going to be working on today. I do have one of the blocks sitting here that I grabbed, so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. It's a really, really pretty block. And I love the fabrics for this one as well. I really like this one because we're using we're using all of the different fabrics for every single block, and so I really love that. I love that it's showcasing all of these really, really pretty fabrics. This is an Anne of Green Gables fabric line. It was a fat quarter bundle that I received as a gift, and I'm just absolutely loving it. And it took me forever to find a pattern that I felt really showcased those fabrics well, and I truly am happy with the way things are going so far. So we have 3 blocks left to make, and we're going to get to that in just a little bit. Sorry, chat's blowing up again. Yes. I do want to apologize to all of you if I'm not quite up to par today. I'm feeling fine. I don't have that cold anymore. I do still have a little bit of a cough, but I think it's more allergy related now than anything else. So I've been trying to triple up on my allergy meds, and that does seem to be helping quite a bit. So if I do cough a little bit, I apologize for that. But Mr. Wizard and I went to a concert last night, and we did not get back until very, very late I guess very early in the morning. And that's not something we're used to. And then, of course, we got up early this morning to have breakfast with our kids. So, y'all, I am ready for a nap. I am seriously ready for a nap, and there is definitely one in my future today. So I do apologize for that if I'm a little kind of groggy and things like that. It's just, the things that we do for fun sometimes are a little bit crazy. But the concert was awesome. We went and saw Brooks and Dunn. I'm not sure if you guys know who they are, but it was an awesome concert. I had a really great time. It's not quite Mr. Wizard's cup of tea, but I am his cup of tea. So he went because I really enjoyed it. So that was a good concert. One of my most favorite bands. I was really upset when they retired, but I was really excited when they came back for one last tour. So we got to see them yesterday. So that was really, really, really kind of cool. So let me hop into chat real quick and say hello to everybody there. I think the very first person in chat was either Brat46 or Linda Denton. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to tell. Brat did wish Linda she did say good morning to her this morning, so I'm not sure if Linda was already in chat when she said that or not, but either way, I'm going to kind of do it as a draw for this one because I'm not sure who it was, but either way, good morning, ladies. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you guys being here, always being here so early and being at every single live stream, so I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So they were chatting for a little bit this morning, which was great to see. And Terry is in chat this morning. Good morning, Terry. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Susan is also here. Good morning. Susan, Sandra K, good morning. It's so great to see you. Judy is also here as well. Happy Sunday morning to you, Judy. I hope you're well. Kathy, good morning. So great to see you. Just a reminder that Terry and Kathy are two of the three of our moderators. If you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to them. They both also have their own channels, so please make sure you head over to their channels real quick and give them a sub. They have such fun things over on their channels that they do. I try and catch their replays as often as I can. Unfortunately, especially Kathy's live streams are usually during the day, so I don't get to catch them very often except for on a day off or a day that I'm working from home. So I don't get to catch it very often. I wish I could catch it more, but I do try to say hello whenever I can. So make sure you guys go over there and head over there and give them a subscribe over there. Words are hard this morning, my gosh. Brenda, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Happy Sunday morning to you also. Thanks for being here. Hi, Sylvia. Good morning. Sylvia, I know I owe you a thimble redemption as well as a birthday card, I believe, as well. Speaking of all of those, I am gonna try to get to those today. I was hoping to get to them last week, but time ran out. So I have planned it out on my schedule that this afternoon, that is what I am working on. I am working on getting all of that stuff ready to go. I know I owe some redemptions for some people from January, and I'm just embarrassed by the fact that it's taking me this long to get to those, so I truly apologize. That is my goal for this afternoon. Either before or after my nap, I'm not really sure. But that is the goal. And then don't forget, guys, we will be back here live again tomorrow. We're going to be finishing up our Norfolk Wild Meadows Block 3. We had started it last weekend, and we're going to finish it tomorrow. So that'll be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what that one ends up looking like. So we're in a pretty good place to be able to finish that one. So we'll do that tomorrow. But anyway, back to chat here. So Sylvia, good morning again. Thanks so much for being here. I hope you're well. Susan says she had a busy, tiring day yesterday. She volunteered at the local quilt show from 11 until all the quilts were down and the owners came and got them. My goodness, Susan. Yeah, I mean, I know I say I'm tired, but that was like physical labor, whereas me, I was just up late. So, wow. That's so great that you were able to volunteer, and I hope everything went well with that. Those are always a lot of fun. Linda Faust, good morning. Thank you for being here. I feel like it's been forever since I've seen you. It's probably last week, but it feels like it's been forever. So good morning. I hope you're well. Welcome back. It's so great to see you again. Denise, hello. Good morning. Denise says she's just going to be hanging out, just watching, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, Denise. It was great to be able to meet you face to face. We had our first members only live stream last Monday, which was really a lot of fun. It was really exciting. A couple of people joined me on my Zoom, which I was just so honored by that. And so thank you. So it was really, really great to be able to meet you guys and talk with you guys. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, make sure you click the button down below for members. I think it's a $ with a square around it. Or it might be, hey, it's usually in the, at least for me on my phone, it's in the chat box. Right next to the smiley face, there's another one that's a square with $. You click on that, and then there's an option in there for memberships. So make sure you sign up for that, and then you can join us again. We meet again next Monday, not this Monday, but next Monday, where we're going to be still working on the secret project that we're working on over there. We are cutting our pieces. So if you guys are just joining me, I'll be happy to catch you guys up next week when we talk. But otherwise, it'll be a lot of fun. So thank you again, Denise, for hanging out with me, and Terry and all of our other members for hanging out with me last week. We're going to meet again next week for that. Let's see. Denise says she paid the rent. Well, thank you very much, Denise. I appreciate that. It's a good reminder for everybody. If you haven't already, please tickle that like button for me. It really does help out the channel. It really helps us meet new friends and you know, things like that. So it's great to see. Lorraine, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's so great to see you. Happy Sunday morning to you. Just going through chat here, guys. Teresa Lynn, she says good morning. Good morning, Teresa. Thanks for being here. Welcome back. It's so great to see you. Happy Sunday morning. Ooh, shoot. Screen scrolled. It always does that. Like, it gets to a certain point and then it, like, just fast forwards. And so I gotta kind of go back and make sure I don't miss anybody. So give me just a second here. Let me make sure that I'm not missing anything. Kathy, I said good morning to you. Brett 46 says, I was the first at 8:05. Oh, okay. Sometimes it's hard to tell, Brett, because I feel like I don't always get the messages. But either way, thank you so much. 8:05 this morning. My goodness. That was really, really early. But I appreciate that. Sandra, Danny, did you get redeems sent? I was just talking about the Sandra. No, I have not gotten them sent out yet. So if you guys do have some redemptions that you want to do, feel free to do your redemptions now. And then I can just add them to the pile. I did print up the stuff I needed to this morning for it, but I haven't made them or sent them out yet. That is my goal for today. That is the only thing on my schedule for today, other than a nap. So I am doing them today. I will be putting them together today, and I'm hoping to have them mailed sometime during the week. It usually takes me a couple, 2-3 days to get them into the mail. Because it's just a matter of trying to figure out when the best time of the day is to run over there. So, no, I have not gotten them out yet, but I will be getting them out this week. That is my goal. Sylvia says, no problem, Danny. I know I'm in line. Yes, there's quite a few, actually, and I'm like, again, I'm embarrassed by the fact that I haven't gotten them out faster. Yeah. Terry says it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Good morning, Dawn. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining us. Oh, Terry, thank you so much for that. Member for 5 months. Yep, she's been a member of the channel for 5 months. She said we had such a fun time on the members Zoom. Come join. So yes, thank you for that. Gladys, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you're well. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend so far. I'm still getting through chat, guys. Like, you guys just keep chatting away, and that's totally fine. I'm having a hard time catching up here. I'm almost there, though. I think I'm at the bottom of it now. So, yeah. Thanks again, guys, so much for all that. All right, yeah, so it looks like I'm all caught up now. So thank you again to all of our members. If you guys are interested in becoming a member, make sure you click that link down below. Don't forget, we also have some merch available on the channel. I am working on a new logo. I've told you guys about it before. I'm kind of in the... I have 3 or 4 designs that I'm working through right now, and I'm kind of doing the final edits on them, and then I'm probably going to put them up for a vote on our Facebook page. I'll probably throw them on there and let you guys decide which one will be our next one, and then I will work on getting our merchandise and things like that updated with the new logo. So I'm really excited about it. A couple of them I really like. One of them I'm like, I'm not sure if I like it or not. We'll have to wait and see. So but that'll be coming here in the next few months. So if you guys are not a member of our Facebook page, make sure you head over there. I'll probably also throw a poll up. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'll probably also throw a poll up on our community page as well, so make sure you check those too. I'm hoping to have those up there by June, because I figured like mid-year should be good on that, so that'll be a lot of fun. I love the logo that we have now, and I'll probably still keep that as having some merch, but I wanted to kind of give it a little bit of a refresh, a little bit more of a professional look to it as opposed to what I came up with. So I've got a couple of designs that we're working through and kind of tweaking a little bit, and then I'll throw those up there. So I'm excited for you guys to get to see those here soon. What else was I going to tell you about? Memberships, merchandise, subscribers. Obviously, if you're watching and you're participating in chat, then you are already a subscriber. But if you are just a lurker or watcher, just do me a quick favor and just go over and check to make sure that you are still subscribed. We have lost a handful of subscribers over the last couple of weeks, and that's fine. I know that sometimes people change their mind, and that's not a problem. I always worry when I see more than a couple of them drop off, because I'm always worried that YouTube's done something funky. So if you guys are a watcher of the channel, maybe you don't participate in chat or you don't catch the live streams, if you could just go over to the community page and just double check and make sure that you are still subscribed. That's really helpful. Also, if you are a member, make sure you turn the notifications on for the channel, because then that way you can be notified when I post things for members only and things like that. And same goes for subscribers as well. If you guys want to be informed of everything that's happening on the channel, make sure you hit that notification bell as well. Dawn says the Brazilian block, it looks amazing. Yes, it does. I absolutely love it. And we're going to get to that here in just a second. I just wanted to make sure that I was, you know, I'm finally starting to get out of this cold. And so I feel like there's just all of these things that I've been forgetting to do for weeks now. And so I just want to try and make sure that I'm doing things. I know I owe you guys a bunch of videos for the Floral States of America project that we were working on. I did not give that up. I have just been so tired and so sick for the last 8-9 weeks now that I just it just got kind of pushed on the side. I did get the final pieces from Cotton Cuts, but we are so far behind on that one. But I do have 2 episodes recorded. I just need to do the voiceover for them, and then I can get those up on the channel. So we are going to get back to that one here soon. I got to get through all this other stuff here first. You may not even see those again until probably June or July, but I'm really hoping to at least get one in here in April. But the schedule's been a little crazy with helping my mom and my aunt with the quilt that they're doing and doing the members only stuff, and then we've got the Wild West thing. It's been a lot. It's been a really busy schedule for me, and I just have not had the opportunity to do it. Susan says Tuesday we'll be driving to more shops on the Pacific Northwest shop hop, enjoying it. Susan, that's awesome. I love shop hops. They're so exciting. I don't think that I'm going to be participating in Illinois shop hop this year. I didn't really participate last year. I did buy a magazine, but I didn't really participate. But I don't think I'm going to even be doing that this year. I have so much going on. Like, it is just unbelievably crazy, the amount of stuff I have going on right now. And I can barely keep up. So, yeah. But I'm going to live vicariously through you, Susan. So I hope you have a great time shop hopping. They are a lot of fun. I encourage anybody to check them out if you have one in your local area. They are a lot of fun. And it's really a great way to find new local shops in your area. That's how I found the one that I knew it was there. There's one just down the road from me a little bit. I knew it was there, but I didn't realize how great it was because I didn't take the time to go in and actually look. And that's one of those things, don't judge a book by its cover kind of thing. So that's my own fault, but I'm really glad I found it. And now that's like my go-to. Like anytime I need anything, I go there first. So I definitely encourage everybody to check those out if you have one in your local area, or try and, share them amongst each other within the community if you can. So we really want to support those local stores as much as we can. I mean, don't get me wrong, shopping online is great. It's convenient. Sometimes that's your only option, and I understand that, especially with all the Joann Fabrics closing. But let's try to support some of our local stores if we can, for sure. Sandra says, gas price has gone up too much for me to go. Sandra, I can understand that. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I can completely understand that. Gas prices definitely has a bearing on that for sure. Brenda says, how far are you on Oh So Personal? Oh, how far away am I from Oh So Personal, Brenda? I'm sorry, I didn't read that correctly. I go to that store. I visit that store at least once a year. They're in Collinsville. They're down in Southern Illinois. There's one in Southern Illinois, and then there's also one in Missouri. And the one in Southern Illinois is in Collinsville, and we go there once a year for our Elvis Festival. And we'll be going there again here very soon, so I'm going to be visiting them soon. It's not a place that I can go to on a regular basis because it's a 4 or 5 hour drive for me. But I've been there before. Really cute little store. They've got 2 locations, one there and then one in Missouri. I've not been to the one in Missouri yet. It's right on the border. I am going to actually try and hit that one this year just out of curiosity, but I have been there before. Cute store. Really cute store. Sylvie says Alaska has a hop going from flying around Alaska, but flying around Alaska is expensive. Yes, it is. Yes, I can only imagine. And Sandra says, plus she has her great-grands from Monday through Thursday. Yeah, I can understand that. Oh, you'll be there in June. Oh, that's exciting, Brenda. Yeah, I will not be there in June. I will be there in July, I think. Yeah, I'll be there in mid-July. So unfortunately, I'll probably miss you. But yeah, I'll be in that area in mid-July because we have another of our Elvis festivals in mid-July. Yeah, 4-hour drive. Count me in. Terry says, oh, 4-hour drive. Count me out. Unless everything is free when I get there. Yeah, Terry, I can understand that. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah. Collinsville is a cute little town, if that's the one you're going to. I'm not sure if you're going to the one in Missouri or the one in Collinsville, but the two stores are only like an hour and a half from each other. But they're still, 3-4 hour drive from me. But the one in Collinsville is a cute little store. The Collinsville downtown area is a really cute little place to go. They've got the largest bottle of ketchup there. It's not ketchup though, it's catsup there. That's kind of neat. It's a water tower that they built. It's kind of neat. But there's a lot of little breweries and stuff in there. So a lot of really good food and different places down there to go. It's a cute little town. Dawn says, back to sewing. Nope, Dawn, I completely understand. We are going to get to sewing here in just a second, I promise. But I'm like so intrigued by chat today. So you guys keep distracting me. Yes, Terry, thank you for throwing Dawn's channel up there as well. I appreciate that. Yes, Dawn also has her own channel. She also has a blog that she does as well. So if you do !Dawn, it should give you the links to both in chat. She is extremely talented. I love following her. I follow her a lot on Instagram as well. She does a lot there also. Brett says Michigan's Shop Hop is June 1st through July 1st. Wow. Yeah, Illinois runs August through September, I think. I don't know what I did with last year's. It's in here somewhere. I think it runs August through September. Alright, so let me put this down, and we need to get started, because otherwise we're never going to get this done. I'm easily distracted today, folks. Not that I'm not normally easily distracted, but today is a little bit more so than normal, for sure. Okay, so this, as you guys can see down here, this is the block for Resilient. It's really, really pretty. Each block has 6 different fabrics in it. And I think we used a total of 8 or 9. So each block has different pieces in it. And I just love the fact that it's so different. But that does kind of make it a little bit challenging too, because you have to make sure that you're using the right fabrics in the right places to get the design. So that's why it's been a little bit challenging as well. So I'm just going to lay this kind of here so you guys can kind of see it. Sylvie says, beautiful Resilient block. Yes, thank you. Those fabrics are beautiful. They truly are. They really are. So, all right. So I've got the 3 bundles here. I've got 4, 5, and 6. Those are our blocks that we have left to do. This is our color chart. We made this at the beginning of the project where we put all the these little thumbnail pieces of fabric together so that we knew what was going to be what when we were putting it together. So I'm going to lay that out here for me. And then we're doing the last 4, which is technically 13, 14, or I'm sorry, 14, 15, and 16. I guess I didn't mark 13. It's done. 13 is done. There we go. All right, so 14, 15, and 16 is what we're working on right now. So let's go ahead and get started with that. And in the meantime, I want you guys to tell me, what have you guys been working on? I know that the weather's been turning nice. So I'm sure a lot of people have been outside enjoying the beautiful weather, as they should be. So that's why our viewing numbers are down a little bit from what they normally are, and that's totally okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Good morning, Agnes. Welcome back to the channel. She says, good morning, Danny, and everyone in chat. Good morning. Am I using the bronze color of that fabric line? No. Not that I'm aware of. It was a fabric, it was a, it was a fat quarter bundle. Sorry, like words just completely escaped me for a second. It was a fat quarter bundle and it was from a few years ago. So this is Anne of Green Gables, like generation 1. I know that there's another generation of those colors that have just recently been introduced. I don't know exactly when, but there's another set of them, and I think it's called Anne of Green Gables 2 is actually what I think it's called. So this is the first gen of colors, but no, I'm not aware of anything bronze. No, I don't have any bronze colors. Sylvie says her hand quilting is almost done. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and get started here. All right, so I like to lay my colors, my pieces out first and then sew them up together. It should be fairly simple to do since most of it is already put together for us, but let's see if we can get it laid out. I did all of the prep work ahead of time with regards to, there was a bunch of half square triangles, if you guys remember. We had a bunch of those that we had to do. They took forever. And that's kind of where this project was stalling out on us, is because of all those half square triangles. It was just taking forever to get those done. Well, that's interesting. No. That's why. See, this is why I love having this color chart here, because otherwise I would get lost with what I'm trying to do here. There we go. There we go. Like that. Okay. And then 6 and 4. Oh, that's interesting. Huh, I must have grabbed the wrong. So this is 6 and 4. Oh, that's 5 and 4. Okay, so this one's 6 and 4. 6 goes that way. 6 goes that way. Sorry guys, give me just a second. I'll catch up with chat here in just a moment. 4. That way. So much on this little bitty table. Let me slide these up. The blocks are pretty big. They're 12 by 12 blocks, so they're definitely decent sized, and so it takes up quite a bit of space here on my work table. Terry says, I'm busy choosing new fabrics for a members project. Sandra says, the bronze is ugly to me. To me, green. Oh, okay. Well, then I'm glad I don't have the bronze, because I don't have the bronze. It wasn't part of the fat quarter bundle, so. Okay, this one is 5 and 6, which is, oh, all of these should be 5 and 6. So here's 6 is up that way. 5 is this way. 5 is this way. And that way. 5. All right, so let's go ahead and sew these up together now. We got the black all laid out. Now it's just a matter of sewing up all the pieces. So I always like to start at the top here. So this one to that one, and this one to that one, and so on. Should go together pretty quickly. Let's see if we can get it together. One here. There we go. And we're just gonna sew them all the way up. Susan said, I did more hand quilting on my Riley Blake tulip door banner yesterday. Ooh, so pretty. Susan, I think you posted a picture of that in our Facebook group. I remember a tulip quilt in our Facebook group. It was beautiful. I'm not sure. I think that might have been yours. Sandra says, I am squaring up my last 7 blocks for spools and stars quilt. Fun. I saw you, Sandra, working on something with Kathy the other day. Was that the same? You'll have to forgive me. I don't remember which day it was. Onto this one now. But the half square triangles was really the killer on this project because, you know, you guys know if you've ever worked with half square triangles, you know you got to make the triangles, then you got to trim them, you know, press them open, then you got to trim them down, and that's really the killer on this one. I think that's what was really taking the longest. But I did all the half square triangles off camera. I sewed them all up, trimmed them all down, and then put the blocks, you know, bundled the blocks back up together. And that really seems to be helping us move a little bit faster. And that's kind of what I've been doing with our Norfolk quilt as well. If there's any half square triangles or flying geese, I've been doing those off camera to try and move the project along a little bit. That project is taking a lot longer. Those blocks take a lot longer to do than I had originally anticipated. It's totally fine. I'm perfectly happy with the blocks, but they do take much longer than I expected them to. Alright, so there's all of our pieces. Danny, I know that is what I am squaring up. Oh, okay, gotcha. Gotcha. So, like this now. These two now go together. Keep them kind of together if I can. That one. Trying to keep the blocks together. If you can keep them together, it really makes things easier. Makes your life a little bit easier. Left. Look at that. There we go. We'll sew those up together again. Kathy says, I am hooked on hexies. They are so much fun. Are you hand sewing all these hexies, Kathy? I've never done hexies before. I know there's a variety of different ways to do them. Seen a lot of people doing them recently. I know Carrie's working on a hexie project as well. I am not a fan of hand sewing, so the hexies is probably not something I will do anytime soon. At least not a hand sewing project anyway. Seems like a lot of work. Terry says, I love hand sewing hexies. Freestyle. They are all hand sewn, Kathy says. Oh my gosh. Well, I have the utmost of respect for you both if you're hand sewing them. Like, I would not be able to do that. That is just not something that's in my wheelhouse right now for sure. Alright. Last row again. I have not pressed all these blocks. Now that I've sewn them up into rows, obviously, as you guys can see, I have not pressed them yet. I will press them here in just a second. But I kind of did that on purpose. That way I can make sure that I'm doing them the correct direction. I don't have to think about it too much. And then that. Alright, let's turn our iron on. Needs to warm up for a minute. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to take a sip of my soda here. My goodness, everybody's working on Hexies. I feel out of place. I feel like I'm being left out now. Terry's working on one. Sounds like Sandra's working on hand sewing 3/4 inch Hexies. Susan's got Hexies going. My goodness. I might have you committed soon. My goodness, everybody's working on Hexies. That's so exciting. I'm really happy for all of you. I will probably not join that club. I am not a hand sewer. It's just never been something that I enjoyed, really. I thought I turned that on. I must have hit it one too many times. So tired. My hip is killing me. They don't make those chairs the same size as they used to. I swear to you. My hips are killing me because they don't really fit in the chairs anymore. At least not very well. And so they're a little sore this morning. In fact, I think one of them might even be a little bruised, but that's all right. The things you do to have a little bit of fun in life. And it's temporary. It's not like anything is permanent. So, take a couple of a leave. It'll be fine. Take a couple of a leave. Take a little nap. It was worth it. They played a lot of my favorite songs yesterday at the concert. I've always been a big fan of theirs. They're one of my favorite groups. I think I have like almost all of their albums. Of course, I don't have them in album form, but they are seeing. They're sewing Hexies the size of your thumbnail. I declare them cray cray. Yeah. Oh my gosh, 3/4 inch. You're absolutely right. Holy smokes! Like I did not even put that together. That is cray cray. Like they're teeny tiny. My gosh. That is crazy. My goodness. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background. I'm apologizing in advance. My neighbors across the street from me have decided to install a new stereo system in one of their cars and turn it up really loud. So, sorry about that. If you guys can hear it. I try to limit the background noise, but can only control it so much. Susan says, when I stopped at the Guilds boutique at the store, I found a Ziploc bag of Hexies. The lady just gave up on them. Gave them to me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I would have given up on them too. My goodness. That is a little cray cray. Yeah, I have to agree. I'm with Terry on that one. I don't even think I could see them. They're so tiny. My goodness. I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's done. I'm sure it's going to be beautiful. 3/4. My gosh, I won't even keep that size fabric for my for my oh my gosh, scrap boxes. I won't even keep 3/4 of an inch for my scrap boxes, and you guys are over there sewing them up together. That's crazy. Just ironing up the seams here on these. I'm doing one row going to the left, the next row going to the right, and then back and forth. So then that way the corners are going to nest up really nicely for us when we get there. Uh-oh. This one got flipped. Which also means the seams are both going in the same direction. Darn it. I have to change the seams on this one. Darn it. That one. Uh-oh, Sylvia. Hang on. I don't know why Streamlabs did that. Give me just a second. Streamlabs didn't like something you said. Sorry about that. Let's see. Oh, there's something wrong with it. Oh, you said cedar chest. The word chest is, yeah. And I don't know how to release it. It's fine. It's not a big deal. My apologies for that. What? It didn't block you on everything, did it? Hang on, get out of here. Hold on, Sylvia. Sorry about that. Give me a second. Just making sure it didn't block you on anything. No, it didn't block you. It just blocked your one, No. I know what you meant. Unfortunately, it's one of those, that particular word. Yeah, it's... Sorry. We're just trying to keep all the, you know, the, inappropriate comments out, but unfortunately, even though you might have used the word appropriately, it's just the word. So sorry about that. We know what you meant. She said, I'm almost done with my 3/4 inch hexie project. It's a topper for my cedar chest. Sorry about that. Cedar trunk. There you go. Cedar trunk. There you go. There you go. Yeah, the word chest is banned on Streamlabs, for good reason. But there are good uses for it as well, and unfortunately that one seems to get us every once in a while. That's okay though. It's all good. Streamlabs tries to be helpful, and sometimes it is, but most of the time it just gets annoying. But you're fine. Everything's fine. No big deal. Well, I can't wait to see what it looks like, Sylvia. I'm sure it's going to look beautiful. But a 3/4 inch, my God. Like, I can't even get over that. That is just crazy. I mean, I can understand why you're hand sewing them, because, like, there's not even enough room under your 1/4 inch presser foot for a 3/4 inch piece. My goodness. And I'm, the mystery project that you guys have seen on the channel a couple of times, and it's coming back again soon, but, that one has 3/4 inch black strips that I had to sew up, and even that one was like a challenge. Oh, did we get a new subscriber and I missed it? Jess, welcome to the channel. I'm sorry, I apologize. I had my head away from the screen, so I didn't see that you subscribed. Welcome to the channel. I think there's a setup for you gotta wait an hour before you can join chat, so I do apologize for that, but that's just to help us keep some of the bots and stuff out. We did try to have it at less than an hour, and that didn't work out very well for us, so we had to increase it, so I do apologize for that. But welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. There we go. Put these together here. Oh, Terry says, yay, so blessed by Jess. Subscribe, Danny. Many of us know her. Welcome. Oh, well, that's so great. I wish that I could say I do know her myself, but I don't. But I'm excited to get to know her more. And we'll make sure that if she has her own channel, we'll make sure to get her set up with a link as well. But I'm excited to get to know new friends. I love making new friends. Judy, good morning. Sandra says Kathy is not making the small one with her. That's okay. I know that Hexie's come in a variety of different sizes, but even still, y'all are crazy. 3/4 inches. My goodness. I could not do that. I can't wait to see what they look like, though. I'm sure they're going to be beautiful. There was, go. Wonder if I have my alerts off. Because that should have popped up and I didn't hear anything. I can help Jess with channels. She does awesome work. Oh, amazing. Oh, is Susan taking off? No problem, Susan. Have a great day. Who thought she was going to work the foot pedal? Well, Ivy comes under my feet, but she doesn't usually. She usually stays away from the foot pedal. Although, speaking of Ivy, I totally forgot to tell you guys. I set up the Zoom cam or the puppy cam. Totally forgot to show you guys that I have the puppy cam set up today. No, I don't have any treats for him though, so I can't really bribe him with anything. But I do have the puppy cam set up. In fact, let me turn it on. Give me a second. Turned it on this morning. Might as well actually turn it on. There we go. Let's see if I can get him. Let's see if we can get him to come in. Hi, puppies. Oh, you guys, smush face. Smush face. Come here. Hi. You guys smush face today. I got no treats. I just wanted to say hi to you. Can you come say hi? No? It's like a blackjack dealer. I got no hand. I got no. There we go. Papa's mommy wants you. Yes. Okay, yeah, so mommy didn't have any treats, so they didn't want to stay. Hi, baby. Did mommy wake you? You got a smush face. Face is all smooshed. Good girl. Okay. No. No. Okay. She doesn't know what she wants to do. She's like just off camera. She's so silly. Those are my puppies. So I do have a puppy cam on. Hi. You still have a smush face. Come here. You're so silly. She's literally just off camera. Oh, geez. Sandra says Ellen kept handing me my foot pedal the other day. Oh, my goodness. She's waiting for the treat. Yeah, she's totally, yeah. Oh, thank you for throwing that link up there, Carrie. I'll make sure to get one actually set up in Streamlabs so we have a command for it later. Yes, you'll have to show me your puppies next time. Absolutely. Yes, Ivy looks just like, if you guys have watched the After Dark edition with Mama Joyce, Ivy looks just like Pebbles. My mom has a puppy named Pebbles. She's, gosh, a few months old now. But yeah, she looks just like, we joke all the time that they've got to be closely related because they look pretty similar. Ivy is a Bichon. No, she's a Cavapoo. No. Thank you. Mr. Wizard yells for the Cavachon. My God, the words are hard. She's a Cavachon, so she's Cavalier King Charles Bichon Frise mix. And then Wrigley, who is with Mr. Wizard. That's like Mr. Wizard's buddy. She is a Shih-Poo, which is a Shih Tzu Poodle mix. And then my mom's dog, Pebbles, is a teddy bear, which is a Bichon Shih Tzu mix. Or I think they call it a Shishan. That's what they call it. Alright, we're just sewing up the last of our rows together to make this first block. I told you guys I'm very easily distracted today. Very easily distracted. But here we go. There's our next block. Ta-da! Awesome. Let's go ahead and iron up these seams real quick. Doesn't really matter what direction we go. Because it kind of feels like it wants to go this way, so we'll let it go that way. Music is awesome today. Really boppy. Poodle Shih Tzu mix. You're talking Pebbles? Yeah, Pebbles is probably 11 or 12 pounds. So yeah, she's big. Wrigley is a teacup poodle. Oh, are you talking about Wrigley? No, Wrigley's. Hang on. Wrigley is a Shih Tzu, Shih-Poo. So she's a Shih Tzu poodle mix, but she is a teacup poodle. Not it's full-size poodle, so she's only a whopping 8 pounds. She didn't come out. She's that's why she's so little. She's not full-size poodle. She's a teacup poodle. Teacup, tiny poodle. We can never remember which one's the smaller one. I think it's teacup. She's the little one. Just the little teeny tiny poodle. But the attitude of a 200-pound dog. Addison is a Wheaten Terrier. She's a soft-coated Wheaten Terrier. She is our purebred. She actually comes from a champion line. So funny story. When we bought Addison as a puppy, and for those of you who are familiar with that breed of dog, the Wheaten Terrier puppies are brown. They're really, really, really cute little brown dogs. They're adorable, and that's what we wanted. We wanted a brown dog, but we didn't do enough research on her breed, which is fine. I mean, we're not unhappy with her breed, but we didn't do enough research to realize that when they got to be about 6 to 7 months old, their hair would start to change over, and it would start to lighten to the point where it would go white. And that's why they're called Wheatens, is because their hair is the color of wheat. So they have these, she's got the curly white hair, and then she's got these guard hairs that come up, and they're straight, and they're like a wheat color. So she's got this like wheat color to her. But yeah, we didn't do enough research on her breed, so we thought we were getting this cute little brown dog, and then she slowly started to turn white, and now she's like all white. And so we were a little shocked by that, but I mean it's fine. We love her anyway, but yeah, she's a soft-coated Wheaten Terrier. So here's our block. Here's one of our blocks done. All right. And that one actually didn't take us too long. Probably only took us about half an hour to do. If I would stop talking and actually focus on things. Yes, Addison is the big one. Yeah, she's the big one. She's our oldest dog so far. She is 8, 9. We were just looking at it the other day. And then Wrigley is 2 years younger. All right, so now we can lay out our pieces for our next block. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. One is this one here. And then Ivy is our middle-sized dog, but she's actually the baby of the family. And she acts like it too. Like she's got the baby down pat. She really does. But she's also a lot of fun. Mark 14. Hi Patty, welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday morning to you. I hope you're well. You're having a fantastic weekend so far. Six and 4. These two here, right? 6. Nope. Six. Here. It's like, what is happening? Okay, so these are 6 and 4. So 6 goes up like this. 4 goes like that. No. So this is why I have to do this 100 times, because I can't manage to figure out what the heck I'm doing here. So, okay, 4, 5 there. 4, 5 is there. Okay. 5 and 6 is that way, that way, that way, that way. Okay. All right. I've got all the pieces laid out now. You can kind of see it a little bit on the camera there. Make sure I didn't miss anything in chat. Doesn't look like it. All right. So just a reminder for those of you who joined us who weren't here earlier, we will be back again tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We will be finishing up our block 3 of our Norfolk Wild Meadow project that we started last weekend, last Sunday. So if you guys didn't catch last Sunday's video but are going to be able to catch tomorrow's live stream, you can go back on the channel and take a look at that to see where we're at. Moving forward, I will try to make sure that I can do like a Sunday channel or Sunday stream and then the next Monday. But with our schedule the way it was this month, it kind of got a little wonky. Sewing up these pieces real quick. I apologize if I'm missing something in chat. I will check it again in just a second. Everybody's just playing their games in chat. I was talking to some of my friends that I got to see at our concert yesterday that I don't get to see on a regular basis. I was telling them about our Thimbles program. They thought that was really cool. They thought it was kind of neat how we do that. And speaking of Thimbles, again, if you are just joining us from earlier this morning, I did say that I have not gotten the redemptions out yet, but that is my intent. My intent is to get them collected up today. I've reserved my entire afternoon for it, and then hopefully get those out in the mail to you guys this week. I know some of you have been waiting for those since the end of January, and I'm embarrassed that it has taken me this long to get to them. I also owe a couple of membership perks as well. For those of you in our Fat Quarter Club, I owe those as well, because those were supposed to go out at the end of March. So you'll be getting your perks as well. All right. Terry says it's fun to play while chatting. Oh, well, I'm glad. Glad that you guys enjoy it. There we go. And that one. That one. And then last but not least, this one. And this one. All right. Cleaning the sewing machine and winding bobbins, Sandra says. Ugh. Not a super fun task, but it is something that needs to be done. I did kind of wipe mine out this morning when I was changing thread. I do try to wipe it out as often as I can whenever I change my thread. And I do change my thread often because of the variety of projects that I work on. And I often have coordinating thread to go with it. So it does allow for me to remember to change the thread, to, you know, wipe things out and stuff like that. So I did that myself today. I also changed out my needle, not this time, not today, but last week I changed my needle out to make sure that it was nice and sharp. I change my needle out often, probably more often than I need to, but I like making sure that I have a nice sharp needle. Terry says, need more coffee. Yeah, you and me both, Terry. You and me both. I probably should have made myself some coffee this morning. This is actually my second can of Pepsi. I normally only drink one a day, but this is actually my second one because I'm like, I need extra caffeine this morning. For sure. There we go. For sure. Also, a reminder to our members, we are doing another members only live stream next Monday, not this Monday, tomorrow, but next Monday. We're going to be working on, because our homework for last week was to have all of our fabric cut up. So next week we will be working on block B for the quilt that we're making. I'm kind of being a little mysterious and kind of hush-hush about what it is we're doing because I want to keep it special for our members. So that's why I really haven't been talking too much about it on our regular channel. So if that is something you guys are interested in, you can check it out. You can become a member by hitting that button down there below and join us. All right. Well, let me just make sure. This one always gets flipped over. I don't know why it always gets flipped over, but it does. So let's just open these up and make sure that they're all going the right direction. Or the correct direction, I should say. Okay. Now we'll just press this one towards the left. And then press this one towards the right. Of course, the iron went back off, so I'll turn the iron back on. Okay, and then this one once again goes towards the left. Terry says everything is cut out and more, and I dislike the fabric, so I have to rethink all of it. Oh boy. Well, the good news is that the cutting instructions are easy enough that they can really be used for a lot of things. They're pretty versatile pieces, so that's the good news. You can use them for something else. You don't necessarily have to use them for this project. You can use them for something else. Even after buying more. Oh, geez. Jean, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. My goodness. Just enough to make us curious, Sylvie says. Yes, yes. Good morning. Would you mind moving the dog window so we can see your work table? Oh, sure. Of course. I'm happy to move it. Give me just a second. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah. Yeah, of course. I think I had it over there for some other reason, and for whatever reason I didn't, and so I apologize for that. Thank you for pointing that out to me, Jean. I appreciate that. I don't always pay attention to that, so thank you. There we go. That's better? All right. Well, you guys should have said something earlier. I would have moved it earlier. I'm sorry about that. Sandra. Yes, dust cloth, Terry. That works too, yeah. Patty says, Sandra, I have almost all 298 hexes ready for assembly for the landscape hexagon wall hanging. I'm using 1-inch hexes Because any smaller will become a permanent UFO. LOL. Daddy, I'm with you. We were just talking about that with the 3/4 inch. We're like, you guys are all crazy. My goodness. Oh, did you say that, Terry? I'm sorry. I completely missed it then. I am so sorry. I completely missed you saying that I should move it. I truly am sorry about that. Either way, it's moved now. So thank you both for pointing it out, and I'm sorry that I missed that. There we go. I think I had it on the other side because I was using the bigger table before, and it was better on the bigger table on that side. I think that's why I had it over there. I don't remember now. It's been so long. Oh, she says I should have tagged you. No. It's I try to not miss messages, but it happens, and so that's my fault. I'll take the blame. But either way, it's fixed now, so I'm really sorry about that. And the puppies haven't even come in to say hello, so it's not like it's been worth the... Puppies! They're not interested anymore. They've figured out that I do not have any treats in here. And so they're not interested in coming in anymore. They said, no, Mom, you cried wolf enough times. We're not coming in anymore. My puppies. Oh, yeah. Terry says, coffee's ready. Be right back. Getting the big mug. Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. I can understand that. No problem, Kath. Terry, no problem at all. Thank you. Okay. Alright. We're just pressing down the seams now. One row goes one direction, the next row goes the other direction. When I did my half square triangles, I pressed everything open. I am finding, and this is something that I'm learning on my own, and maybe you guys already knew this, maybe you didn't, I don't know, but I am finding that a mixture of open seams and seams to one side or the other does seem to work really well for some quilts. Like this one here, because there's a lot of half square triangles in the mix. Having the open seams for the half square triangles and then having the directionals for the rows is really making things, at least I think it's making things easier for me. And it seems like everything kind of lays a little more flat for me. So I am enjoying that. Some people, I know that there are some people that press their seams open all the time. And Mama Joyce is finding that she prefers that method. Having come from apparel sewing, doing open seams on everything seems to be where her comfort zone is. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's no rule that says you have to do it one way or another. I think whatever you feel most comfortable with, and also whatever makes it easier for either you or your long arm to help keep things flat when they're quilting them. I send mine, my quilts out to be long arm quilted. I can't do that. I probably could, but I don't do it here on my domestic, and I don't have a long arm yet. So maybe someday. And my long arm has never said anything about my seams being wonky or anything else. But I feel like she's also too nice to say anything. She probably fixes them herself. There we go. The hexies, I'm still caught up on hexies. Like 3/4 and 1 inch hexies are just that. I'm like, Those are smaller than fabrics that I would normally keep for my scraps. I would normally not keep anything that's smaller than 1 inch by 1 inch for my scraps. And even the inch by inch I don't always keep because I think it's too small to work with. So that's funny. When you guys are over there, I mean, I can understand the hand sewing because I don't feel like those would really work for a machine sewing project. I think they would be just way too tiny for a machine sewing project. But I can't wait to see what these look like. Like, I've not, unfortunately, been following along on the channels, so I probably missed it there. But I can't wait to see what they look like. My goodness, they're going to be beautiful. Hexie quilts are gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous, especially when you get them in like a landscape type of thing. They're beautiful, but I do not have the patience or the time for a project like that. Yeah, it would definitely be a permanent UFO. Terry, oh, that is so kind of you to say, because I have to tell you, I feel like they're super messy. Terry says, Danny, you press your seams so beautifully. I am working harder on that after seeing yours. Well, I truly appreciate that, because I often look at mine and think they are just so darn messy. I don't feel like they're pressed beautifully, but I truly appreciate you saying that. Because I have seen some that are absolutely gorgeous. Like, the back of the quilt, the blocks is just as beautiful as the front with the way the seams are. But I do try to make them at least a little bit more neat for myself. But they don't always work out that way. But I am finding that using a mix of open seams and directional seams really seems to be helping. That's definitely something I'm finding that seems to be working out well. So it seems like when I'm making the pieces to go into the block, I'll do them as open. And then once I get to the point where I'm putting the rows together or the pieces together to make the actual block, that's when I'll start doing them directionally. And that seems to be working out really well for me. I have a rubbing noise on my machine, and I'm not sure what it is. But it's starting to make me a little batty. Alright, here we go, our second block. Terry says, if yours are messy, do not look at mine. Yeah, I can understand that. They have gotten better over the years, I will say that. I've been quilting for 6 or 7 years, so I'm still fairly new at it for sure compared to a lot of other people. But they do look better than they used to. If you have to hammer your seams, then they are a mess. Oh my goodness, yeah, hammer. I've never had to hammer them. No, I probably should have hammered a few of them, but I have not yet. There you go. So there's block number 2. Well, of today anyway. Block number 2. All right, third and last block. I'm so excited. This is our last block, and then we can start putting rows together. Like, mind blown. The rows, the really cool thing about this particular project is there's no rhyme or reason to the rows. You just do whatever feels right, because every single block for this particular quilt, the way this quilt is written, every single block utilizes 6 different fabrics. So it's going to be really hard for us to put 2 of the same blocks together because we haven't made 2 of the same blocks. Every block is different. So that's why it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're just going to kind of be able to pick and choose when we're making our rows. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's a 4x4, so it's 4 rows across and 4 rows down. It's kind of a smaller quilt without some borders. I might add some borders to it. It's 52 by 52. I might add some borders to it. I think it's one of those things where I haven't bought any borders or backing fabric to go with this yet. I kind of want to put the top together and then kind of get a feel for it. Like, I'll look at it. If it feels like it needs the borders in order to break it up, I might do that. I'm not doing any sashing on it because the pattern doesn't call for it, but I probably could have done sashing on it if I wanted to. For this one, I'm not going to. Maybe if I ever decide to make the pattern again, I might do sashing for it then. We'll have to wait and see. My phone went off. Give me a second. Oh, I thought it was something important. We're waiting for a package to be delivered, so I thought that's what it was, but it wasn't. So, all right, there's number 6. All right, so let's go ahead and lay the pieces out for our very last quilt block. I can't believe we're finally on block number 16. So exciting. Okay. I always do this. I always forget that this one is 1. And this one is... yeah. Go. Like that. Last one, 6 and 4. So that's 4. These 2. Go. Go. Six and 5. There we go. Last one. Yay. Brat46 says, my seams are what instructors point out what not to do. Well, I've never had an instructor point mine out or not point mine out, but I also don't think I've ever taken any quilting classes. So that maybe that's probably a good thing. I don't worry about the seams so much for myself. I'm actually more worried about it for my long arm because I feel like if I make her life more difficult, then she's not going to want to quilt my stuff. So because I don't quilt my own, I try to make sure that I'm trying to stay conscious of what I'm doing so that it's easier for her. Whether that's right, wrong, or different, I don't know, but that's just that's why I paid more attention to mine. It's not a matter of, I'm doing it for myself. I'm more doing it for her than I am for anything. But Terry, you quilt your own, so, you know, as long as you're okay with it, and as long as it lays flat enough for you to do what you need to do with it, I think that's all that matters. For me, I have to give them to her, so I try to make it as easy. I try to make her job as easy as I can, because then that way she'll want to do my stuff, and then that way she doesn't charge me more. So I'm sure there are some of her clients that she probably charges more for, because... they make her life more difficult. And I don't want to be one of those people. Of course, I also think that a good long arm can, you know, manage the seams however they need to. But... so now we're just going to sew up the pieces real quick. There are no matching seams when you're sewing up the pieces, which is kind of nice. It's just when you get all the pieces together to do the rows, that's when you have to start matching up seams. This quilt really is not difficult to do. It's taken us a long time because of the level of detail that it goes into, and the fact that it was a bunch of half square triangles that I was not prepared for. I wasn't as familiar with working with half square triangles in realizing that you really need to sew them all up and then you need to trim them. I've learned my lesson. Sandra says flat seams do work best. Mm-hmm. I figured they had. Like, you try to do as much as you can. Because, I mean, my machine has a hard time going through those thicker seams, so I imagine that hers would too. Sandra says, I've worked with some not good seams. Okay. I imagine they probably make your job more difficult. Go. And I think seam management comes with time and experience. The first couple of quilts that I did, the seams were a mess. They were terrible. But over time, I've gotten better at it. Sandra says, I gave one lady my old iron to help her. I hope. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's rough. That's rough. That's probably one of the reasons why I like to iron after almost every step, is to keep those seams nice and flat. So it definitely makes it easier for me to work with, but I imagine that it also makes everything lay flatter too for my long arm. Gosh, I can't imagine. I would be so embarrassed. Go. Go. All right. Sandra says, I gave one lady. Okay. She says, I always say you can't overpress. That's a good. That's a good good recommendation. You can't press them too much. Yeah. That's a good tip. It's good advice. Deb, welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you again. She says, hi, Danny. Hi, Deb. It's so great to see you. I think I caught you on a live stream on, I think, Mona's channel. Maybe it was, forgive me. It might have been Mona's channel. It might have been Kathy's channel. I don't remember. I watched a lot of them. But either way, welcome back to the channel. It is so great to see you again. I think it was Mona's channel. Because I know I popped onto a couple of channels. I had like 2 minutes in between meetings. And I was on YouTube for something else work related. And I thought, oh, I wonder who's on. And I saw a couple people were live. So I popped in the channels and said hi really quickly in chat. And then had to exit out. So yeah, Mona's channel. Yeah, okay. I just kind of said hi. And then said, gotta go. Can't stay. But I just like to say hi whenever I get an opportunity. And I do remember seeing you there. So if you guys are not already members of Mona, Mona Did What is the name of her channel. You can see Deb over there. Chloe, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's so great to see you. Happy Sunday morning to you. It's starting to eat up my corner here, so I'm gonna pull the pieces off the machine and see what the heck's going on here. It's just being dumb. It's just being dumb. So work through it. There we go. Being dumb. Just being dumb. But yes, I did catch you over there. Caught Mona as well. Trying to remember who the third person was. There was 3 people there. I have a horrible memory. Like, just absolutely terrible. There's a third person there. Who was there? I don't remember. It'll come to me, I'm sure. Probably, you know, midway through my afternoon. I think if you guys do exclamation point Mona in chat, it'll give you a link to Mona's channel. Lisa, the awkward quilter. Yes, thank you. I knew there was another one. I told you. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you for saving me once again. Yes, that was who it was. It was Lisa, the awkward quilter, had also joined Mona for a live stream. We're having a great time chatting over there. Mona has been a longtime subscriber of my channel, and I a subscriber of hers as well. Unfortunately, I don't get to catch her channel as much as I would like to. But she does pop into our chat all the time, so I truly appreciate her views, and I consider her a friend. And so make sure you guys go over there and check her out if you're not already a subscriber. She is extremely talented. Way more talented than I am. She knows way more about quilting and everything else than I do. So I often use her as a resource when I'm working on things and I'm having a bit of a challenge on things. Oh, looks like Sandra just redeemed a new notion. Congratulations, Sandra, on that. I will get that out in the mail to you. That is one of the... that is what I plan to do this afternoon. So I know you have one redemption already, so I'll make sure to get that second one in there for you. Thank you for throwing those links in chat, Terry, for Deb's channel and for Mona's channel. I really appreciate that. Make sure you guys go over there and give those ladies a sub for me. That'd be really appreciative. There's always plenty of love to go around when it comes to all of our content creator friends. Sandra says, I like receiving mystery gifts. You and me both, Sandra. You and me both. And I'm glad that I can give them to you. In fact, I was thinking about it the other day. I really need to like update my notions box because I mean I still have quite a few in there, but people are kind of getting all of the same things over and over again. So I need to throw some new ones in there. I like to switch it up every now and again, get you some new stuff in there, so you're not always getting the same things. I don't know why my alerts aren't working. I must have them off. Terry throwing up another link for Jess's channel. Thank you very much, Terry, for that. I'm not sure if she's still watching or not because I know she has to wait the hour before she can join chat. But thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. She's a new friend of the channel, a new subscriber today, so we're looking forward to getting to know her better. Hopefully she'll be able to catch us on another live stream because we're just about... What time is it? Oh, we still got about another half an hour or so. She might be able to catch us just at the end of the stream. I do apologize to her and to any of our other subscribers that they have to wait the hour in order to join chat. We had to change the requirement for that. We did have it at like 10 or 20 minutes, but we kind of got spammed with a handful of trolls, and so we had to move it out to an hour. And that seems to have fixed most of our problems. Of course, I'm sure we'll come across issues again at some point, but that seems to have fixed most of the problems. Oh, is she in the chat? Oh, fantastic. I must have missed her. So I apologize for that. Welcome. So great to see you. Can't wait to get to know you better. Yes, we did. That's right, Terry. We had to send this. Oh, I see her now. There she is. Yes, we had to send the trolls back under the bridge. That is right. That is absolutely correct. Yeah, we got spammed by one of them, man. He was persistent. I assume it was a he. I don't really know. I just say he. You know, I just assume that all trolls are he's. They were very persistent. And it was a bit of a pain in the rear. But we worked through it. And this one's kind of chunky, so we're going to do something with this one. I don't know what we're going to do with that one yet. They were rather persistent. We will give them. I'll give them you know, kudos for their persistence, but it was annoying nonetheless. And unfortunately, it wasn't just like one day. Like they just kept coming back. Yeah, they travel on. Oh, well, that's, yeah, unfortunate. Wonder if it's just quilting channels that they're they're looking at, or if it's other ones. But either way, we were able to get it under control. Terry was on point that day. She was playing Whack-A-Troll like you would not believe. It's a couple of streams, and she was definitely playing Whack-A-Troll very well. It was fun. I could see her with the little hammer. Yes, unfortunately, Jess, Lucas is not here to give you some more thimbles, so unfortunately we can't give you any extra bonus ones. Usually we give new subscribers bonus ones, so if you come back, oh gosh, I don't know if he's going to be able to join us tomorrow. He's got some things going on at work right now. If you come back next Sunday, for sure, he'll definitely be here, and Lucas is our lead moderator. He is my OG moderator. He's also my soon-to-be son-in-law at some point in time. He is the man in charge of the thimbles, and he usually gives our new subscribers a handful of them to play with. You are earning them as you're watching the channel, and you're earning them as you're participating in chat, but you probably don't have a whole lot. Probably only have a couple. We'll get you set up with more. Oh look, Terry just gave her some. There you go. Thank you, Terry, for doing that. There we go. All right, guys. This is our final block for this project. Now we get to start putting rows together. Check that out. Woohoo! Yay! Look at that. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome. My gosh, guys. We got all the blocks done. Like, I didn't think we were ever going to get the blocks done. Like, they take forever to put together. Well, it was the half square triangles that were taking forever, but that is so exciting. So exciting. I'm gonna put my alphabetis away. I've been making a bunch of them. I've got a whole stack of them on my counter in my kitchen that I got to warm up. But I've been just kind of throwing them all in here. There's just a bunch of them in there. Oh. I'm gonna check them. Ah! Oh, you want to smell it? It's not a snack, no. Mommy forgot her alphabetis sound like snacks. So, haha, I got you guys to come in this time. There's my puppies. There's the puppy cam. There's my puppies in the puppy cam. There we go. Hug them for me, Terry says. Oh, I give them lots of hugs, Terry. Lots of hugs. Addison loves hugs. She's my hugger. She loves hugs. Oh, yeah. She likes butt scratches, too. Butt scratches. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. And Ivy is my camera shy. As soon as she figures out where the camera is, she tries to find a way to go underneath it. Yeah, see, you're just on the other side of the camera. I don't know if it makes a sound that she can hear or what, or I have no idea, but she knows where the camera is and she tries to avoid it. Hi, baby girl. Can you come here? Here. You want to smell a different one? Want to smell a different one? Here's my baby. No, Mom, those are not snacks, Mom. Those are safety pins. Those are not snacks, Mom. I'm sorry. I got no snacks. I'll give you one after my stream is over, okay? I'll give you a peanut butter cookie. She's so mad at me. Can you see her giving me the side eye? She's so mad at me. Baby, I'm sorry. I got no snacks. You want to say hi? Just a bullshit, Mom. That's what she's telling me. I'm sorry, baby. Yeah, see, I got nothing. It's like a blackjack dealer. I got nothing. Anyway. Oh, there's my puppies. Terry says, I miss having a pack of dogs running around my house. You know, Terry, sometimes it's nice and other times it's a little overwhelming. Like, we had never intended on having 3. We had only ever intended on having 2. And I think we were just kind of all in this funk. And we knew we were in the process that Angel was not going to be with us long. And so I think that's how we ended up with the third one. It wasn't really planned. Hi. You're still here. I'm kind of surprised. Goofy girl. Oh, she's so goofy. That's my baby. Yeah. Yes, LOL. Yeah, she's cute. She's my cutie pie. Okay, baby. No. Can you come? No, Mom, because you're gonna pick me up. She's a snuggler. When you get her in the right mood, she will give you a hug. Like, she'll put her paws on both sides of you and, like, snuggle up and give you a hug. Hi, baby. Thank you for coming by. She's still bullshit, Mom. Oh. Kathy, you have made another redemption as well. Congratulations on your redemption. Looks like you've redeemed Thimbles, so congratulations on that. I will make sure, as I said, pick her up. Yeah, I wish I could. She ran away from me. She would hug you? Yeah, Ivy hugs. She gives hugs. Yeah, I will make sure to get that one set up and get ready. Hopefully I'll get them out in the mail this week. I'm definitely going to get them together today. And hopefully all together completely. It does take quite a while, especially when I wait this long and I have so many of them. See, if I did it more often, it wouldn't take me as long. And I know this about myself, but I do it anyway. But you know, there's that. Well, we've got a few minutes left, and I know it's probably been a hot minute since you guys have seen all of these blocks, so there's not really enough time to put any rows together, but let me go ahead and pull all the blocks out so you guys can see, what all of the different blocks look like. We've got a handful of them here, but I can pull them all out for you so you guys can kind of see what they look like. I've got stuff everywhere. I've got stuff everywhere here. Hang on, let me do some rearranging here for a second. Let me move this. It's still kind of hot, so we're gonna move it over here. All right. Now I have a place to put this down. The fabric is so appealing. It is beautiful. This is the first generation of Anne of Green Gables by Riley Blake. It is, I've had this fat quarter bundle for 4 or 5 years now, and it took me a really long time to find a pattern that I felt would really showcase these fabrics well. It was a personal thing for me. So let me show you what all of the blocks look like. There's a total of 16 blocks. And I'll just kind of show them all to you, because remember that every single block is different. There are no two blocks. That's the really cool thing about this particular pattern, is that no two blocks are the same. And that's kind of the whole point of being resilient, is that you're not the same as anybody else and things like that. So none of the no two blocks are the same. All 16 of them are different. They all utilize at least 6 fabrics they utilize 6 different fabrics in each block. And then when you're planning it out, when we did our little thumbnail sheet way back in the beginning, when we did our little thumbnail sheet, we picked out the different patterns for each block to make sure that we weren't going to use that pattern piece in the same place on any block again. It was really kind of neat the way we did that. It took forever. But yeah. Denise says she's got to go. No problem, Denise. We completely understand. We're running a little late today because we started a little late because of our virtual breakfast with our kids. So that's why I've got a couple of extra minutes. I'm just going to run through these and hold them up for you so you guys can see. Unfortunately, I don't know which numbers they are. I didn't bother to number them because it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to hold them up and show them to you. So we're just going to show you what all of the different blocks look like in the various fabric pieces. You can see the lights and darks, depending on how you lay them out, it makes the block look a little bit different each time. We have that one there. Then we have this one here. This one I really like. I really like the way this one turned out. Then there's this one. This one's another one that I like. You can really see the different fabric pieces together. And there's this one. The lights and darks really came together really nicely on that one. There you go. Gladys was also checking her thimbles. Sandra says, Melinda arrived. Bye. No problem, Sandra. We completely understand. No worries. Oh, wait, hang on. I'm glad we did this because I just found one that's set up incorrectly. I'm going to have to check on that one because that one's done wrong. So I'm going to have to pull that one back out. I'm glad we went through these then. I just noticed that that one was wrong. Go. This one. And then there's this one. Terry says, I can't wait to see the quilt together to see what the design looks like. Yeah, I mean, it's basically just going to be these blocks all next to each other. But yeah, it's going to look kind of chaotic, but also organized at the same time. It's kind of what I'm picturing in my head of what this is going to look like. And that's kind of where I wanted to go with it. Is, you know, it's kind of a little crazy, but also organized at the same time. This one. A few more. This one you don't really see the bottom design too well because the two dark colors are there. The two greens are next to each other, and that one makes it a little bit challenging to see. But I still think it looks really pretty. This one. And then this one here. Ta-da! Isn't that awesome? And I want to look at this one again. Yeah, this one is definitely wrong. And unfortunately, these are ones. So, here, let me show you. See the top two rows are put together wrong. I think this middle row is actually the one that's wrong. I think that these two pieces were flip-flopped. This is actually the outside piece. Oh, this is actually the outside piece, and this is actually the inside piece. So I'm going to have to pull that one apart. So I'm glad I saw that one. Ooh, Linda. Looks like something got deleted by Kathy. Probably by accident. Looks like it was by accident. No big deal. probably accidentally clicked on something. No big deal. Linda, I know you quite a few redemptions, so I'm getting those. Those are going to be put together today. Terry says, I just grabbed the pattern. Oh, for Brazilian? Awesome. Yeah, there is a link to it in the description below. It was a free pattern if you sign up for a newsletter. So I didn't pay anything for this pattern. You do have to sign up for the newsletter in order to, they email you the pattern later on. But the newsletter has been really, they don't spam you with emails. I will tell you that. Of all the newsletters that I've signed up for, this one is really kind of nice. This one, I think I only get emails of this one maybe once a month, even if that. Like, it may even be once a quarter. So this one is definitely one of those ones that you don't get spammed by, for sure. And I love the patterns that they release are very simplistic. They're simple patterns to follow, but they look complex. And that's why this one is going to look really complex because of the way the pieces were made. But the pieces themselves were not difficult to make. It was just a matter of, it was just time consuming because of all the half square triangles. So let's go ahead and pull this one apart. We've got a few minutes left anyway, so might as well utilize it. And this is one of the ones where all my seams were pressed open. So it should make it pretty easy for me to pull it apart. I will say that I have found that when the seams are open, it makes it really easy to pull pieces apart. So I have to take out this middle row here and switch those pieces around. So we're going to go ahead and pull this apart first. Hi, baby. Thanks for coming back out. Is Daddy having lunch? Is that what you came out here for? See if Mommy had lunch? Mommy does not have lunch yet. Terry wants to know, if you position them in a circle, do you get a different pattern like in a circle? I don't know. I guess we could try and figure it out a little bit. I see what you're saying. What you're saying, like rotate them. We could try that out. The pattern calls for them all to be the same direction and just 4 rows of 4. But we could try to spin it around and see what we could come up with. That could be kind of fun too. You're right. The hardest part of this whole thing, I will tell you guys, I will be honest, the hardest part of this whole project was the dang color chart. Like, that was the most challenging part of this whole thing. There we go. That's what I wanted. There we go. That was the most challenging part of this whole project, was those dang, the color chart. Really. So I've got to pull 2 rows apart here. And then we'll have to sew them back together. My phone go off. We're waiting for our HelloFresh delivery. We have ours delivered on Sundays, so then that way we know that we're home. And they can be... They're usually delivered early afternoon. Is usually when our boxes are delivered. I am not sponsored by HelloFresh or anything else, but if you guys are interested in receiving a free box from HelloFresh, I do, as a member of HelloFresh, not, a content creator, but as a member of HelloFresh, I do have the ability to add friends, to the list and send them a free box. Free meal box if you guys are interested in checking it out. Just send me an email and say HelloFresh free box in the subject, and I will get you set up with that. I can send you an email on it. I believe there is no purchase necessary. It's one of those things where you have to say that you're going to subscribe and you have to give them payment information, but then after you get your free box, you just go in and cancel if you want to. One of those things. If you're interested, obviously, again, not subscribed, I get no monetary payback or anything for it. I'm not associated with them in any way, shape, or form. It's just a product that I use that I enjoy. Really makes things easy, and Mr. Wizard actually does the majority of our cooking for our HelloFresh meals, which is kind of a nice break for me. Portion sizes are very decent. especially if you order a pasta dish. The pasta dishes seem to be a larger portions than normal, I would say. Lots of variety to choose from, lots of seasonal vegetables and things. I have not had any issues. Well, I take that back. We just recently had an issue with, they gave us the wrong recipe card for what we ordered, but we had the right ingredients, and so that kind of got a little confusing. But you can always go online and get the correct recipe card. We didn't really realize that at the time, and we made it work. We figured it out and made it work, but that happens every now and again. Or you miss an ingredient every once in a while. Not a big deal. Terry says, I've tried them a few times. It's pretty good. Sylvia says, I really like patterns that create a secondary pattern when you put them together. Oh yeah, 100% Sylvia. I'm with you too. I'm just not sure if this one does that or not. I guess we're going to have to wait and find out. I can tell you that the way they want us to put it together, it does not. But that's not to mean that it doesn't under normal circumstances either. So we can kind of mess around with it a little bit. I do not have a vision board or a vision wall in this room. So we're going to have to do something. I might pull out the table and just lay them out on the table, and we'll figure it out from there. But it'll probably won't see this one again until at least May. Maybe even later than that, because we've got a lot of other projects we're working on right now. Like, I think I have like 6, maybe 7 projects going right now. Crazy. Some of them are at the end of being, just about ready to be finished, like this one is here. Our Wild West one is just about finished. I know that Flyaway, I think they're on like either clue 2 or clue 3 for Flyaway already. My goodness. I think clue 3. I think that's where they're at now. Mama Joyce is doing Flyaway with my aunt. I am not doing Flyaway. Jerry says, now I am looking at the fat quarter bundle for that pattern. I have to learn to just close my eyes and not get the FOMO. That is 100%. I had the fat quarter bundle in my stash, and I knew that I wanted to use it for something. I wanted to use it in something that would showcase the fabrics really well. And so I had been sitting on the fat quarter bundle for a while before I decided what to use it with. And I don't remember how many fat quarters this project actually needs. Hang on. 16. You need 16 fat quarters for this project. The fat quarter bundle that it says it comes with is the Thrive bundle by Art Gallery Fabrics is what it was written for, but that doesn't mean that's what you need to use it for. I'm using the Anne of Green Gables. I bet it would look really nice with like a blues or a variety of blues and whites. I bet that would look really pretty, or even the pinks and whites would look really nice too, I'm sure. I'm sure it would look good with just about anything. I was saying hi to Dawn. I was wondering if maybe I missed her in chat again. I know she went back to lurking. She was working in her sewing room. Yeah, Thrive bundle. That's what the pattern was written for, but that doesn't mean that that's the one that you have to use with it. If you've got extra fat quarters in your stash, just make sure that you're choosing a variety of lights and darks from your stash and use that. You can also use yardage as well. Just cut up the, If I do it, I will curate a bundle. There you go, Terry. Yeah, just use a bunch of stuff from your stash and cut the fat quarters out of your stash. Yep. This is a great stash buster if you've got extra fat quarters laying around, or you've got, half yard or yard of fabric. This is a great one for that. But you do need 16 different fabrics. You want to make sure that you have 16 different ones, because that's really the only way it's going to work. It's the only way you're going to get that variety that you're looking for with the way the pattern is written. Otherwise, you could just make the blocks however you wanted to. But the pattern is written specifically so that you're using 16 different fat quarters to get that variety and that no two blocks are the same type of situation. Terry says, do not get your fabrics from Michaels. No fruity fabrics. Warning, warning, LOL. Uh-oh. I know Terry was all excited. She got some great deals on some fabrics. It sounds like maybe there was a reason that they were great deals. I don't think that my Michaels even sells fabric. So, of course, I've not been in a Michaels, and I can't tell you how long. So, it's been a hot minute. That's for sure. What time is it? We got a few minutes. So I'm going to need to iron up these pieces. Oh no, I got to pull this one apart too. This one is right, correct. This is the one that's wrong, so I got to pull these apart too. So it looks like when we come back, we'll have to put this one block back together. Not a big deal. And then we will be able to get everything together. I hope you guys can't hear the TV in the background. It's a little loud. I don't work with the door closed anymore because I like the puppies to come in, but every once in a while Mr. Wizard listens to the TV a little bit loud. And you can hear it over the camera sometimes. Hopefully you can't hear it. Let's see. Interesting. So let's go ahead and pull these pieces apart and we'll have to put it back together. Thank you, Terry, for throwing that pattern out there. Appreciate that. She put the link to the pattern. I think it is also in the description. But just in case, it's good to have it in chat there because I know that sometimes the description doesn't show up very well when you're watching the live, so thank you for that. I used to try to like set up a link for every time I had the pattern and the fabric and things like that so people could throw a command in there to get it, but it got to be a little bit of a daunting task because we change patterns every week, so I had to change the link every week, and it just got to be too much. So I kind of stopped doing that. And I just tried to throw the pattern for a link to the pattern and the fabric into the description when I'm doing these. And then that way you guys can just go there to get it. There we go. There we go. Gotcha. You don't think it's a link? Okay. Either way, thank you for finding it. Alright, so we'll go ahead and... oh, jeez. Hang on, I gotta go downstairs now and get these pieces. Oh. My hip is still sore. Alright. Let's go ahead and iron these up real quick, back flat. And then I'm gonna make a note to put them together. I like to write little notes for myself because it takes me a while to get back to projects sometimes. So I make little post-it notes for myself when I open up the bin again and I know what I'm doing. Go. I hope you guys can't hear that. There we go. This one over the way. That one there. So we'll just iron these up so that they're nice and flat for us for when we come back. Probably won't see this one again. Actually, I know you won't see this one again until at least May. But May is going to be a really kind of a hectic month for me. I've got a lot going on. So there's a distinct possibility that I'm going to have to skip a couple of live streams in May. So this one might actually have to wait for June. We'll see. We'll see. I'm still trying to work through what I'm doing. Can't hear it. Okay, good. Good. Bye. I always wonder sometimes if I do have a mic that's not supposed to pick up background noise, but sometimes it does. Sometimes you hear humming and things, so I know I can hear it. So I hope the music, the background music kind of kicks it too. That is one of the drawbacks, I guess, to doing open seams, is that when you have to take everything apart, you basically have to repress everything because the seams don't really, they're all kind of bent up and they don't really go the way you want them to. So, grab that, put that away. Last seam here. They do make it easy to take things apart though. But they're kind of a pain because you gotta press it all again. There we go. Right. All right. Now I need to figure out which block this is. So I probably don't. I can probably just lay it out. Let's see. Hi, baby. Hi. Just before the camera. She stops. Just before. We will be going through puppy cam withdrawal. Aw, so sweet. She came in, but she's like just the other side of the camera. You guys can't see her. Hi. Maybe mommy should start turning the camera towards the door instead of over here by me. Huh? Yeah. Hi. She's standing there. She's just staring at me. She's so cute. Alright, friends, well, I think we are going to end it here. I don't know why she's so excited. I think we're going to end it here, so then that way I can kind of get things going here. I know we've got a bunch of thimble redemptions that I need to take care of today, and that is my plan for today, is to do that. I'm going to run a pin through these seams so I know where to sew them up at. So if you've redeemed your thimbles today or anytime between now and the end of January, I'm hoping to have them in the mail this week. I will definitely have them together tonight, but I'm actually hoping to get them. Oh, look, there's Lucas. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucas is finally in the house. Welcome back, bud. Just in time for us to end the stream. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome back to the channel. That's so funny. Excuse me. So anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Oh, went to lunch. Oh, gotcha. That's fine. Whatever. It's cool. No worries. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me today. I can't believe we finished all the blocks, and then as we were going through them, we found one that I need to fix real quick. So I've made some kind of notes here a little bit. So we're going to fix up that one, and then we will be putting rows together the next time we come back to this particular project, which maybe in May, but probably more likely in June. So we'll have to see how that goes. But anyway, thanks again, everyone, for hanging out with me today, for, dealing with my craziness and all that other jazz. Thank you to the puppies for showing up on camera at least once or twice today. They're camera shy, so it is what it is. That's okay. As a reminder, if you guys are interested in joining our members only series, we will be meeting again with that one next Monday. So if you guys are interested, make sure you click the button down below. It's usually a square with a $sign, or it's a button that says join. You can also go back to our channel page, and there's a button there that says join. to join. The least expensive option is our Thumbelina, which is $2.99 a month. Excuse me. And that gets you access to all of our members-only content, as well as a scrap busting box for me at least once a year, sometimes twice a year. It just depends on how many projects we do. So you are already a part of that group as long as you're part of the Thumbelina group. But there's a couple of other options there with a couple of extra perks to them, so you can join any one of those as well. We also have merch on the channel. There's a link down in the description box below, all the way down at the bottom. You can click on that. We do have some merch available, but hopefully there will be some more here soon, because I am working on a new logo so that I can get more into the embroidered merchandise. And so then that way, hopefully, that will open up some extra options for us. So hopefully we'll be getting through some of that here soon. We will also have a live stream tomorrow evening, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, where we will be finishing up our Norfolk Wild Meadow Block 3. We started it last week, so if you didn't catch last week's live stream, you can watch that as a replay. We started it last week, and now we're going to finish it tomorrow, so make sure you head back here 7:30 p.m. Central Time for that. Otherwise, we will be back here again next Sunday. I don't remember what we're working on next Sunday. I've got a full schedule in April. So there is already a thumbnail set up for it on the channel, so you guys should be able to see that. I want to say it's the mystery project, but I could be wrong. I'm going to have to go check the calendar to make sure. But either way, lots of stuff coming up here on the channel. May is going to be kind of a weird one because we've got a lot going on in my personal life, so there's going to be a lot of weird stuff happening there. But we will make up for it in June and July when that comes around. But I know the weather is getting nicer and a lot of people are hanging out outside, and that's totally fine. I get it. I totally understand. If you get a chance, watch a replay. If not, that's okay too. I would much rather you guys be outside enjoying the beautiful weather than staying in the house indoors and just watching me. So that's okay. It's no problem. Either way, guys, thanks again so much for joining me today. Have a happy Sunday. Have a great rest of your week and your weekend. And I will see you guys again, hopefully tomorrow. So, all right. Bye for now, friends. Have a great one.